Hello mga sano mga sana, welcome to my channel again, Boholana Diary, and it's me again. So good evening, and I think good morning in the Philippines, and it's evening here in Alberta. And the time now in Alberta is 7:19. It's November 3rd. And by the way, mga sana, I would just like to say thank you to those who just subscribed, who followed me on Facebook. And I greatly appreciate you all for your continuous support again. And also, thank you so much for viewing my vlogs, and I hope I can give you more information and share you my experiences and give you more motivation. Okay. And by the way, for tonight, mga sana, your sana just finished. I just finished doing my household chores, and also today it's quite busy for me because it's Wednesday and I work since morning until 4 today. I started working at 7:30 and finished at 4, and I had an exam of my management course. I had an exam at 4 to 6, and I was like kind of really sleepy mga sana when I did my exam, and I think I was like really sleepy, and I like almost closed my eyes and I think the camera was on because during this because of this pandemic we do online class and also online exam, of course, and we do have our camera, and we also we use camera when we have our class, and also especially we have a different camera, more sensitive kanang camera software when we do our exam. Okay, so even wala mi sa school mga sana, but we do have our camera during the exam, and that camera will detect the sound and also the sound, and we cannot move our head or turn around, and because we just have to focus on the screen, and it will also detect nga nagkuan mi kanang mulihok mi kay mo kuan sa camera nga nilihok niya, makuan sila nga wala na tanang sa camera, and then it will be again deducted from our grades. Okay, so because mo na siya ang among policy kung during this pandemic, kung napasiguro mi sa in class mga sana. Actually, some of the students are studying now in face to face. They go to school, but they just need to present their passport, vaccination passport. Okay, so vaccination passport mga sana is very necessary nowadays for those who completed their vaccines, first and second dose vaccines, and we just have to download it and then or take a screenshot, and then we have to show it to the school when we go to the school, just to prove that we already had our first and second dose vaccination. And also mall. Actually, last weekend we went to the mall. I, my husband and Freya, we went to the mall for eye checkup. So Freya, Freya's teachers suggested us to let Freya go to optometrist to have her eyes checked. Okay, so we went to the mall because that's where our optometrist clinic is. And so Freya, by the way mga sana, kung let's say for example sa Bisaya pa na siya kanang nay pagkamanukon si Freya. Okay, so her left eye is a bit weak, and it's like sa kuha mga sana, so kanang nakapi siya sa kuha, kaya kuha manukon ko sa una, pero karon naghitabo gyapon siya kung lazy ko kanang bagko pa ko na mata mga sana or kanang tired ko mga sana. So but the thing is, I'll just share it to you a bit story about her eye. And her right eye is really, it's good, but her left eye, they called it lazy eye, or libat sa ato kibali. Malibat kadukon. Dili siya libat all the time, but malibat siya usahay. Okay, so kanang ang explanation sa optometrist is that kanang our nerves from our eye connecting to our brain is not really fully developed when we were born. Okay, so it's different from our other organs like kidneys and bladders and kanang mga heart, uban organs mga sano, lahi ang ihang nerves connecting to the brain, from eye to the brain. Kay ang eye to the brain kay di ba inside sa tummy sa ato ang parents, dili ta ang atong eye is closed pa ana, and it's all dark there, so wala siya na develop ang eye sa usa ka tawo. Once mag-start ang development sa ma-fully develop ang eye sa ang nerves, by the way, ang nerves from eye to the brain, it takes like the doctor said, it takes 8 years from the time we were born. It will take 8 years nga fully develop ang brain na ni-connect sa atong eye to our nerves sa atong brain, na connect sa atong eye to our brain. Okay, so ang kuana na niya mga sano, so dapat kung may problema ang bata, normally the doctor suggested to let the kids have kids' eyes to be seen by the doctor before 8 years old. So normally 8 years old kailangan siya o kanang 8 years old kana na gyud siya ang exact time nga na fully develop na gyud ang brain sa ato ang eye. Kay dili siya, so ang doctor niingon sa mo nga it's really good nga amo siyang ipakita si Freya at her age now, she's 5 years old, kay she still have like she's gonna be 6 years old this coming 2022, and it's really good nga gipakita na mo siya karon because she still has time to treat that lazy eye. So okay, so ang ihang brain, by the way mga sana nga, ang yang brain for example nga mo command yang brain nga dapat mo function ang yang left eye, but okay, so dili man jud siya mo function kung for example wala na mo siya gipakita sa doctor kasi dili man siya gyud mo function kay ang mo ana ra man mo give up man ang katong mo give up ba ang gikuman sa brain niya to her left eye nga dapat mo lihok ang niya mo function ang yang ay niya, dili man weak man gyud yang eye. So mga sano, so moari ra sa iyahang right eye mo okay, mapabayaan siya ang iyahang left eye. So ang gisuggest sa optometrist is for mo gamit siya og kanang eyeglasses until she is 8. Okay, until 8 years old. Okay, mo gamit siya og eyeglasses to balance her eyesight. Okay, so nakuan ko mga sano kay makuan pa juday, maulian pa juday na siya na probability nga maulian juday ang pagkalibaton or pagkamanupon. Okay, so mo na ang among gi-treat karon. And then also nagpakuan na lang po ko mga sana kay akong left eyesight is weak. So nagpakuan na lang po ko mga sano, nagpa-change ko sa akong eyeglasses kay this time na ako'y eyeglasses mga sano, pero ni complain ako kay kanang malipong nako. Okay, so ako siyang nagkuan mi og another glasses for nako. So kailangan siya gamito nako every mag-work ko and klase. Okay, kay naka-focus ra ko sa computer. So siguro ang akong number of hours nga nasa computer is 8 hours or 9 hours or 10 hours ko nakaatubang sa screen. Okay, kaya akong work is more on computer and ako ang kuansad akong class. Okay, so mao na siya mga sana you need glasses. Okay, so for tonight's tonight's vlog, I will talk about kanang how and when and what are the how and when did we apply as Canadian citizens. Okay, it's Canadian citizenship. Okay, so by the way mga sana, I and my husband arrived in Alberta or in Canada in 2015. It was June 18, 2015, and we were from Singapore. We stayed in the Philippines for a month, and then after a month we traveled from Philippines to Canada. Okay, we traveled into June. It was June. Basta niabot mi diri is June 18, 2015. Okay, it was summer. But it was cool mga sana. When I arrived here, I was like, oh, it was really cool. Okay, and then that time mga sana, I was already pregnant of Freya for already 3 months. Okay, and again I was really amazed of the Canada health system because we did not pay anything. Even the time when we arrived, we're not still taxpayers and all, but all the doctor's appointment and ultrasound and all this kanang pregnancy, what do you call this one, pregnancy unsa na basta kanang mga visits sa doctors mga sana and all, we did not pay anything, even a single centavo. And also when I gave birth to Freya on January 15, 2016, and it was C-section or CS, and we also didn't pay anything. I was admitted on January 13th, and I gave birth on the 15th early in the morning. It's around 1 a.m. on the 15th. It was long labor mga sana, and it was really very it was really very painful. And so the doctor decided to do C-section because the heart rate of Freya was already low at the time, and so they decided to just do the C-section. Okay, and then I was discharged on the 17th. We were discharged on the 17th, and we were really amazed because we did not pay any single centavo, okay, in the hospital. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why I like Canada. Aside from people here, like people here are very busy and they don't have time to talk someone's life and other business. So we just focus on our Quran, our work and our family and our travel. So maura na siya mga sana, okay? And by the way mga sana, we applied. So ang requirement sa Canada to apply for, because when Freya was born, she was already Canadian citizen. So she was already a Canadian citizen since she was born. So we did not, what do you call this one? We did not, because it's the application for Canadian citizenship was only for me and for my husband, because when we arrived in Canada we were permanent residents. Okay, so it was permanent residence when we came to Canada. We applied permanent residency when we were in Singapore and we processed it in the Philippines. Okay, and then mga sana, after staying here, I went to the Philippines. I visited Philippines in 2019. It was in March. February, end of February, because my foster mom was sick, and I just went there for emergency. And then at the same time, we applied because we were like qualified to apply for Canadian citizenship, for Canadian citizenships when after 3 years of staying in Canada. So from June 18, 2015, the time we landed here, we counted it for 3 years, and we applied. We are eligible to apply for Canadian citizenship on after 3 years. So it's like June 18 as well, 2018. So we process our application. And then we paid like total of 35,000 pesos for I and my husband's application. And then we received, so to apply for citizenship in Canada, mga sana, I'm not really sure of the requirements now, because the requirements of application, citizenship application, or application for permanent residency, they normally it changes from time to time. So by the time we applied, the requirements like straight stay of 3 years in Canada and no traveling and staying outside of the country. So we processed in 20 June. It was like July mga sana when we processed our Canadian citizenship. Okay, and then we applied, and it took like we received a response. We received a response from Canada Citizenship something office, that we are going to take the exam for Canadian citizenship the next year. It was March, I think March of 2019. We took the exam for citizenship. So by the way, mga sana, to apply for Canadian citizenship, we have to pass the exam. Okay, so there is an exam. Once the application is approved, or once the application is approved, the Canadian citizenship office will send a letter to us that we need to take the exam, citizenship exam on this date, blah blah blah. And then they're gonna send as well with that letter. Together with that letter, they also like enclose the book that we need to study for us to take the exam. Okay, so that book is about Canada, history of Canada, the rights of the citizen, or citizens' rights, and history about Canada. When did Canada discover, or when was Canada discovered, and who was the people who discovered Canada first, or who were the people who discovered Canada first, and what else. So it's all about Canada history, mga sana, and the dates and all. So we have to, it's like we're studying history in the Philippines when we were like studying in high school and all. So that's it, mga sana. So I and my husband took the exam, and it took like only how many minutes? I think that was 30 minutes exam. I think 30 minutes, and it's like multiple choice, but sometimes we really have to study, because some questions there are very confusing, especially the dates and all. And yeah, and then it's just about citizenship, the rights of the citizens as mentioned, all history about Canada and all, and about katong mga tao nga nag-lead sa Canada before and all. So muna siya mga sana. And then we passed the exam. Okay, so we passed the exam, and then all our IDs, PR IDs were taken and all, and then we did have our interview after the exam. So we did have our interview and all, and then we passed. And then after that interview, we were advised to have to do to oath. Okay, so we had our oath taking. Oath taking was in August of 2019. Mga sana, we did our oath taking. Okay, so that's our journey of, a journey of being a Filipino Canadian. Okay, so by the way, Filipino Canadians. Okay, so by the way, mga sana, as mentioned, it was not my dream. It had been my dream to live or to go work and live in one of North America's country, one of the North America's countries, but I did not expect nga Canada akong maabdan. The first place, like when I finished my university in the Philippines, I already plan to go to I already planned to go to Canada, but it was impossible dream, I think, before. But I think because of prayers and strong determination and really working so hard, all plans will be mga sana. Our plans to, I did not expect as well nga magkuyog mi sa akong bana diri, but it was really great. I was really grateful, and I'm always grateful mga sana, because kanang naabot ko this Canada with my husband, and because it's not easy to have a long distance relationship, and we really plan to live in Canada and settle in Canada. Okay, and I really amazed, and dili pa nako siya makuan nga, I really amazed Canada's health system and the people around, the culture and all. So people here are very simple, and they just work hard for their family and all. Okay, so dili kay mga boastful ang mga tao diri, mga sano. Even they have money and all. Some of the people here have money, but they are not really, especially those farmers and all. So they are really humble, and I appreciate the culture of being simple and being a Canadian. Okay, so that's it mga sana, and sa mga sana or sano nga who has been dreaming to come to somewhere else or somewhere, you just have to pray and really work hard, because there's no impossible things in God. Okay, you just have to pray and work hard and have strong determination, because you can achieve everything in God's time, God's will. Okay, so thank you so much, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel again, Boholana Diary. And I am hoping to give you more motivation in the future as time goes on. Okay, so thank you so much mga sana, and have a good day. Bye bye.
Like this, big pop like this.